Let's do an intro thing first. Just send it to me right now.
What episode are we on?
23. Think I don't know?
He's testing you.
I was testing.
Is it already recording?
Yeah.
Welcome to City Boys Up, episode 23. Yeah, that was the intro.
Yo, bro, we're getting better by the fucking.
That's probably like one of the first in a while that there was no debate on what number it was, though.
I bet you I'm wrong. I think it was because I was so confident. I'm like, it's 23. I bet you it's 22.
Fuck.
That's all right.
When was the first time you ever smoked weed? Sorry.
Grade 10.
Grade
10, bro. We did that apple pipe or whatever that thing is. Yeah.
Like you made a pipe out of an apple?
Yeah, and like
So-
a door stopper. I'm pretty
So you
sure.
jumped right into it? Like you didn't
No.
smoke weed, you just jumped right into the apple?
Like I smoked it out of the apple.
That like your first time was like
yeah.
you made an apple
But
pipe?
I smoked once and I didn't smoke again for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time, but like I had a great time, but like I just didn't.
Did you get high the first time you smoked?
I don't know.
You don't
I think I did, but I don't know if that was just placebo. Because apparently you don't get high the first time you smoke, right?
I didn't get high the first time I smoked.
It's
It was
not
like,
true.
I didn't feel
It's not
anything.
true, right? How could that be
You
true?
just don't, yeah. It's like,
Like some
I'm
people-
hungry. I
some
don't
people
get
say
it.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, you're fucking
But I think
high as
also
fuck.
most people when they smoke the first time they don't smoke a lot.
Yeah.
They probably like hold back a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So I mean,
And they're smoking probably like leaf or something, right?
Yeah, who knows, right?
yeah, I was in first year university.
First year university,
Really?
the first time?
Wow. And now you're a drug addict. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy how things spiral.
Yeah.
When you have friends like when they say gateway drugs, they
I met Serhiy and I immediately started smoking a lot more weed.
oh my god,
True, that's funny. I think I was like grade 10. I remember my friends were smoking weed in like grade 8.
Really?
And I was like, I'm an athlete.
Yeah, I do actually remember a couple of my buddies smoking that early. That's crazy,
Yeah.
That seems really early.
Yeah, it was.
bro.
for
Like,
sure.
isn't it like you gotta let the brain develop first?
Yeah,
right?
for sure it affects your
Yeah.
brain.
Dude,
at
when
that
I was in
age, yeah.
university, I smoked every day for 4 years. And I'm like, that developed me horribly.
I think everybody, when you use weed regularly over a period of time, you probably abuse it at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's gotten to
Oh,
that
yeah.
point where you're like, I should probably cut back.
So you build up a tolerance to it, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody says they build up a tolerance. But what happens is your brain has receptors, right? Like CB1, CB2 receptors. And the more frequent you use it, your brain, like your body will shed those receptors, right? So that way it doesn't need to grab on as much. So it's just like when your body, like think of dieting and stuff, when your body doesn't get food often, it'll store the fats and everything because it's not sure when you're going to get more. So same kind of idea is your body will shed some of the receptors so it won't hold on to as much, right? So if you did like a 2-week detox, stop smoking weed, whatever, for 2 weeks, it'll be like starting over. Like you won't need much.
It's like coffee, right? When you
Yeah.
like don't have coffee for
That's
2
how people
weeks.
like heroin overdose, because they try to like they build their tolerance up like crazy. They try to quit, then they relapse and they do the same amount.
and
that
they jump in at where they left off.
where they left
yeah.
off, and they overdose.
Is that
and
even
die.
like? Because I know like, like if you say like you wake up and like you know like you have a day off and you smoke in the morning, right? And then it's the afternoon, you want to smoke again, but the second time you smoke, it's never the same effects as the first. Like the high is just never the same. Do you ever heard anything about that? Because that like I noticed that happens. That's why
like
I'm like
everybody's body's got a
true.
clock,
That's why
right?
like that's
But
why it's like a nighttime.
It's like a huge variable, obviously, is what you're smoking if it's the
Right.
same weed.
true.
But a huge factor people don't consider is full or empty stomach.
So that makes an impact?
Yeah.
It's like
I
if
know.
you've eaten. So if you
Well, I guess
eat,
if
will
you
you
drink
get
on
more
empty
sober
stomach.
fast?
I'm sorry?
Will you get or will you get sober faster because you're eating?
Uh,
Or is it only if you're on a full stomach when you have it?
yeah, so like say for an edible, if you
Yeah.
take an edible on an empty stomach, it'll be a faster onset and it won't last as long.
What about smoking?
But if you've got a full stomach, right,
smoke?
then it'll last longer.
Damn.
That's cool. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
But yeah, for real, that's like such a weed's one of those things, man. Like just like everything else, you need to be using in moderation, right? Like, and I
yeah.
feel like we've definitely all like had like where we're like, yo, this is not good. Like I'm overusing it, right? And it becomes like almost like a, I don't know, like a bad habit, right? But man, when you can just like train hard all day and do all the stuff you told yourself you're gonna do, and then at the end of the night, like take a little puff or eat a little edible, and then like fucking still do good shit like sauna or stretch. That's when I'm like, this is like a fucking tool. Cause dude, if I like have an edible and I stretch, I can get into my body so much better than if I'm fucking just sitting there sober.
Different mindset, right?
Different, completely.
You just
like,
think differently than you would if you're sober.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like the older I get, the less tolerance I have for it, man. Like now it's just like the smallest amount of THC, bro. Mostly CBD, but I remember back in the day, it was just like, how blasted can we get?
Yeah.
So stupid.
Crazy, right?
And you're just smoking whatever some dude gives you, right? Like,
Yeah, you don't know.
look at
You
that.
didn't know if it was like indica, sativa. I didn't even know those words.
Yeah, I didn't know those words too, or what they meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have
crazy.
Daryl handcrafting us.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Serving it up.
Now when I
Serving it
don't
up,
want to
yeah.
smoke weed anymore, I have Daryl. That's funny. Should I read this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's TIFU mean?
Today I fucked up.
Okay, today I fucked up. This is long, by the way, so I'm happy.
It's only like the half.
Okay.
It's only one here.
My 20-year-old female girlfriend of 2 years told me that the music that I, 25 male, play during sex is weird and a major turnoff. Okay, here we go. Little backstory. When I first started having sex, I researched into ways to be better as I was a little stiff and pretty much had no idea what I was doing. I read online that you can play music and match the rhythm in order to put on a better performance. I searched love-making songs and started slowly creating a playlist in which I was comfortable matching the rhythm. There was a few songs to my playlist. There are a few songs in my playlist. However, there's one song in particular, which actually happens to be my favorite, that my girlfriend hates and says turns her off in a major way. I don't understand why it has taken 2 years to tell me she hates that song. It's a good love-making song with good rhythm. I feel the way I fucked up is I could have possibly asked her previously if she likes the playlist or any songs she'd like to add/change. But to leave it to 2 years thinking our sex life is great but in her eyes has just been ruined by my music has left the whole situation feeling awkward and I'm a bit annoyed. I pretty much played this tune every single time. So the amount of times she must have... I just clued into everything. I pretty much played this tune every single time, so the amount of times she must have not been enjoying it when I thought the complete opposite is annoying, but also embarrassing in many ways. Not to mention my previous partners. However, they never complained about the song, so maybe it's just her. It's fucked up the relationship, to be honest, because sex feels awkward now. The other day we were having sex with no music, but I was still thrusting to the tune, playing in my head. She recognized this and asked me to stop.
This story is getting fucking wild.
I can't believe I can read.
You're crushing it, man.
Daryl
Keep
gave
going.
me weed, and then you gave me a fucking paragraph to read.
Keep going.
I thought this song was perfect, and I always thrust along with the tune and feel it gives me the perfect rhythm for doing the deed to. I usually bust to this song and find it devastating she hates this song. The song itself. Do I click on it?
Oh, it's gonna be the song we fucking listen to.
Yeah, I clued into that like
How
halfway
did you just clue into
through.
that now?
Damn.
I
can
moved
picture you doing
I
this.
moved myself.
Is
a
this
little
just
bit
a
to
story
this.
that you wrote on the internet that he happened to find?
Life experience.
Yeah. I don't feel like this is a sex song.
What happened now? I can imagine myself moving my hips to this.
Imagine trying to fucking
It's like such a broken rhythm. This dude just...
All right, let's... That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
There's an update, but it's just as long as everything I just read, so...
Well, that was...
That was crazy.
That was a... Is that somebody's autobiography right there?
I can't believe I just read all that.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. We would send you to read
Imagine
more,
being
you know?
that girl every single time you're having sex. And she's just like, I fucking hate this.
But the fact that he loves it, like how?
But no,
like,
but the
could-
fact
could
that she
you-
didn't bring it up for 2 years is mind blowing, bro.
Yeah.
She's a goddess. Maybe she's asexual.
But how do you have sex to music every
Hold on,
time,
hold on.
anyways?
How long is the song?
I think it was only like 2 minutes.
This is part of the playlist now.
Maybe it's just on loop.
Maybe that's like the one he's like. That's the one like at the end, right? Because he said he likes to like bust on it. So
He likes to bust on her? Is that what you said?
on the song, like the song is like the climax.
I forget the song, man.
Song is the climax.
Crazy story.
Anyways.
Good old Reddit, eh?
Some of those are so funny, like the Ask Me Anything.
They are.
Bro, that's like I've never even used Reddit just for like that's a like just sitting there and reading that much shit.
Sometimes
You
we want to
wrote
learn
anything
something.
you want to
Yeah.
know, just write it and then
Yeah.
write Reddit at the end, and like you'll find sick threads.
It's the best, man.
Yeah.
You've used it
or
too?
like the funniest shit
Hundreds
you've
of
ever
times.
seen. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use it for anything. It's just random people writing their reviews about things at times too.
Yeah.
Fuck. Crazy. Poor guy.
Anyways,
That guy was also named Lars.
Yeah. That was actually my personal story. Yeah.
So yeah, let's recap those fights from last week, eh?
Yeah, those are good fights.
Yeah.
Umar and Sandhagen. Is that how you guys saw it going?
I thought Sandhagen was gonna do like have a lot more movement on his feet. I think the takedown really fucked up what he usually does. I guess. Yeah.
Well, bro, he looked so good in the first round. To be honest, like
Yeah.
he was moving really well. He stuffed, I think, multiple takedowns in that first round, right? And he was looking good on his feet too, and he was landing those nasty low kicks that he kept reaching for. And I was like, oh man, he's setting something up.
Yeah.
But then it just seemed like as the fight went on, he was just so dialed, like he was just so focused on like neutralizing the wrestling that like he didn't let any of the striking go.
Because he did do a great job of like neutralizing his wrestling. It was crazy. Every time his butt hit the ground, he was up.
Got
within
his
a
hips
second.
up high, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And he fought it right away. Like he didn't like solidify on the ground at any point.
yeah. It's not like he was doing things fast, but it was just consistent
Yeah.
movement. But then yeah, he started getting pieced up on the feet, and it was crazy because he kept throwing that left hook and it kept landing, right? Like especially when Umar was throwing his jab, he was like timing with the left hook. But you can see like him in the back with Trevor Women, they were doing like 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, like over and over and over again. He never put the 2 behind the 3. And you're like, I want, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wonder why.
Was he off angling on the 3, or was it like?
It was almost like a parry hook.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, cause
Yeah.
you probably start seeing this, right?
Cross parry.
No, not cross parry. Those are
We're not
those
allowed,
are high risk, low reward.
and you're not allowed to do it.
Not allowed to do it. Yeah.
Show us your guard.
It's an S card.
Scarred.
How do you do yours though?
It's more of a flick forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta really roll those wrists.
Did you guys see the breakdancing girl in the Olympics?
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
Wait, I'm so confused with like.
Have you never seen the video?
I know I saw the video, but I'm so like, how did she get picked to be on the Olympics?
That's in Australia.
That's actually true though, or it can't be. No,
I mean, like, has
Australia has sick
breakdancing ever been
breakdancing.
in the Olympics? Like, how do they even?
That's the first time.
So that's what I mean. They probably.
so I
have
heard
nothing-
in like 2028, there's no breakdancing.
anymore,
But
right?
that was a
Already.
decision already made before.
Is it?
It was a 1 year thing.
You know what? It's
She made the
LA
most of
though.
it.
Like it'd be cool to have breakdancing in LA.
It would be, man.
Yeah, it's more.
But-
it feels like more of the culture.
But I heard she got a 0 score.
Yeah.
I don't understand how.
What
the
were you
scoring
gonna give
works,
her?
but-
She was like,
Like at least a
But
1.
she was like still dancing and shit. Like, how do you
that
get a
was
0?
So bad. Like, how is no one?
Was she
told-
dancing or just
She was
like,
dancing.
moving?
No. She did like the kangaroo hop. It was like pretty sick, you know.
But
She just wasn't doing flips and stuff like the
Fuck
other
outta
people.
here.
It's
she
so
wasn't
weird
like
though, bro.
breakdancing.
The
She just
comments-
wasn't, breakdancing.
She looks so happy though.
yeah,
She did look happy.
The comments were like so like either like, oh man, this is like the sickest shit ever, or like, what the fuck is this? Like it was so in between, man.
But
like,
imagine being somebody that sits on the couch and be like, fuck breakdancing, you suck. And be like, this half these people can't even fucking get off the couch.
Yeah.
I
They're talking
but
shit about
compared
somebody
to
else.
other
It
break,
looked like a bat. Like it looked like a bat. Like
like
somebody
she
bet
won
her.
something.
Like,
Yeah. She's like, how did I get here? Like,
She got in the Olympics.
She
man.
has a
That's
PhD
sick.
in cultural movement, guys.
Yeah.
You guys
That's a
just
real
don't get it. Apparently, she actually has a PhD.
Yeah, she
yeah,
has
yeah.
a
I saw
PhD.
some shit
Yeah.
about that too.
I bet you she like applied for the fucking position.
And she was like 34 or something too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name again? It's hilarious.
Something Ray Gun.
Ray Gun. Yeah. Fuck.
She's born to be there.
That poor woman though. Like the whole world is ragging on her right now. Like everyone in the world, I guarantee.
I know, but she's definitely, bro. She's getting both positive and
yeah.
Yeah.
Positive.
yeah, dude. There's a lot of people that are like, I swear to God, dude, I was on TikTok, dude, and like, you know when you watch one video or something and all
It
your
comes
feed,
out, yeah.
I went on a fucking roll, bro. It was like,
Yeah, there's
watch
so many memes and stuff.
it.
Now.
Yeah, but
People are already like doing her dance and stuff.
yeah.
I know
Some people are
exactly
like,
what you
wow,
mean.
she's completely uniquely created a new culture of dance or something like that. I was like, don't think this is what it is. And she's like the whole time she's like, I'm just trolling. Imagine.
That would be
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that'd be epic.
If she was trolling, that'd be unreal.
She's like the definition of like overnight fame. Like one day, done.
Hawk to it.
Talk to a
Yeah, same thing.
Bro, that
yeah.
Hawk Tour girl's making so much money. That
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I bet you this girl's gonna make a
crazy.
ton of money too.
Yeah, Hawk Tour. Imagine that, eh? Like you're just one night out, like out at a bar, and you say something stupid while you're drunk, and You go famous.
Bro, she was on the Bill Maher show. Like, that's so random.
She's going to all these concerts and like doing like just like show ups at clubs, and she's making like crazy money.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked that it's still going. Because like people like that, bro, it's like 1 week, boom, gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Now you can turn that 15 minutes of fame into like a career. Whereas before it was tougher to do that because there wasn't like podcasts. And, like, how do you stay relevant,
Well, it's
right?
like social media now.
But what does
So
she do
extensive.
next, man?
I think she just keeps doing what she's doing. And she
Create
can
an
start her own
apparel line.
podcast.
Create
I
something.
think as people get to know her, they're starting to like her.
True.
Right?
She's kind of that funny, like, small town
Yeah, for
America.
sure.
She's got the accent helps
like, "I'm a
too,
crack
right?
baby."
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that clip. I'm a crack baby. Mama.
Yeah. Yo, I checked Instagram. She has 2 million followers.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. You could turn that in. You can monetize that somehow. Well, she's already doing it. So.
She's definitely.
I wonder if somebody's telling her like what to do, or if she's just
100% someone's telling her what to do.
Yeah.
She would have had to get like an
Now?
agent or something pretty
how
quickly
quickly
to
into that
look
you'd be
up-
like, I need an agent. I guess I'm famous now, right?
Like, she gets like so many people reaching out to her. I guarantee.
Yeah.
After that.
Do you think agents would reach out to her for that, or
Yeah.
do you think? Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Well, it's like fight managers trying to manage you, bro. You get DMs all the time.
It's probably like CAA and all those fucking companies. It's the only one I know. It's gonna be like, and
CAAs, aren't those the guys that tow your truck and shit?
no, well they also have fighters. CAA has fighters too. Forget what it's called. Oh, what the?
That's all I knew it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought CAA was.
Yeah.
They're the guys that I call them. I got a flat
Yeah, I
tire.
call for a tow and it's
Different-
like, yeah,
different
CA
group.
card.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Creative Artists Alliance.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't know what that
I
is.
knew I wasn't wrong.
Damn, bro.
You guys doubted me.
Did you guys watch any other Olympics or not?
Just watch basketball.
I have not watched one single.
No.
No.
I watched a bit of that thing that was like.
I saw like
you
a
gotta go
bunch
around
of.
the bar.
Oh no! I saw a bunch of memes of the guy, the
Yeah.
guy shooting, bro, with his hand in his pocket.
You know what's sick now? Like when guys score goals in soccer or whatever, they're doing that and like gun out and then put the other hand in the
What
pocket.
does that say?
It's become like a cultural thing. You don't think it's sick? Fuck
Pretty
you.
cool.
I don't like you anymore.
Okay, what other fights on that card?
Just jumped from fights Olympics to Cheeto versus Figgy.
Yeah,
Who saw that come?
I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Bro, this
I
guy,
thought
we were at
Figgy
Steamel and he passed out for half the fights. He
In
was just
the,
like,
in the ice bath. I'm sure.
I'm like watching
was
around.
tired, man.
I'm watching the fights
Been
and
a
I would like
long
look
day.
over to see his reaction. And he's just like, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave him.
I wanted Cheeto to win.
I wanted Cheeto to win
Yeah.
so bad.
I think I bet for him to win just because I couldn't bet against him.
I know, man. I wanted him to win
Yeah.
so bad.
We were
bro.
saying though, he looked actually
he
more fast
looked
twitch.
way more
Yeah.
fast twitch at the beginning.
He still just looks so hesitant.
He
to
just
throw.
doesn't go. I
Yeah,
don't know
it's
why
the
he doesn't
volume
go.
thing,
But it's
dude.
not anything new. Like before, he would just like be losing, doesn't go, and then all of a sudden like knock.
Do you think it's like because he says he has great cardio, but he just is always so low volume that like, do you think he's got great cardio because he has low volume, or do you think
It could be, yeah.
yeah, like it's hard to tell.
I think he like probably overthinks.
It could be that, yeah, for sure.
He's probably
Just
over.
too hesitant.
Yeah, over
But,
looking for his openings.
It's just like Figgy wanted a lot of breaks in that fight. You know what I mean? Especially in like round 2 and 3. Like he would like have his crazy flurry or whatever. Try to take it. Why are you laughing at me right now?
just high, bro.
I can tell. he would like explode and then like get like literally back up completely, like, and it's like, you know how like Linus always like says like when they want to break, go like touch their body up. Like he just doesn't do that, man. He just stays in the pocket, tries to like pressure forward but not throw anything, and it's like fuck, man.
Yeah, and Figgy's so explosive too. Like you have to catch him on his breaks.
On his breaks,
If you
man,
let him
yeah.
break, man, like
yeah, on his breaks for sure.
it's gonna be a nightmare
Yeah,
after.
Yeah.
And who do you give the title shot to now? Omar or fucking
Umar,
or Umar?
for
Sorry,
sure.
Umar. Omar.
Umar for sure, man.
Who's the other option?
Figgy.
Was it Umar was like ranked 10, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He
Going
hasn't
into
really.
that?
But that's, I mean, that was such a risk for Sanag.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
But I
hasn't
think-
fought anyone really, but like no one wanted to fight him, right? Like everyone was turning him down.
Yeah. But I think Umar fights winner of O'Malley and Merab, and then loser of that fights Figgy.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, that makes sense,
it's an
right?
interesting one for sure.
It's quite the dynamic going on at 35.
Yeah, it's actually a sick division, bro.
It is, yeah.
It's fucking
Okay, so we did bets on that fight. Patty,
who won
how'd
that?
we do?
Lars won.
What?
Okay.
Again,
I got 2 out of 3.
Lars has won twice, Daryl's won once.
How did Lars win the last one?
How, he got all 3 right?
when Pereira won.
No, I know.
Did he get
The
all
most
3 right?
recent one.
No.
The Sandhagen
I don't
one.
even remember who I picked, but I'm a god.
I know I got it wrong on Cheeto, but I had Umar.
I got it wrong back.
Oh, and I had
I got 2
not
of 3 right.
Ferguson.
I got 2 of 3 right, and I got a 500 bet. I thought I would have won that one. Guess I still.
Can you
suck.
read them out, Patty? Do you have them?
Oh, actually, yeah. Lars got all 3.
Oh,
Damn.
Lars got all 3. Damn.
Yeah.
What were his
Wow.
3 picks?
Well, what did I pick?
You picked Nurmagomedov, Figgy, and Bullet. Char Bullet.
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Gang,
Wow.
gang
Are you
life.
like-
It's tough being this.
Is it like your fight IQ or something?
It's my general IQ.
No, it's not.
It's definitely not that. We should redo the IQ test.
Yeah, dude. I had a guy at the gym like make fun of me. Like it's an older guy who like does privates, and he was just
that.
literally like, "I saw your IQ test," and I was like, "Oh God, oh no."
You know what's funny? It's still higher than the average person.
It was all we were all on the genius level. That's why I know it was wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how much credibility.
Bro,
that
honestly, some of
has.
those questions, like
Some of those were hard.
I just
Yeah.
guesstimated, bro.
Okay, we'll have to do it again, but
Yeah.
damn. I just like being the smartest one out of you 3.
It'd be hilarious to go get it like actually tested, you know,
I'd be down to do that.
just to see how bad it
think
is.
there's, like,
I think it would depress me. I think.
You think so?
Is it just IQ or is there EQ tests too? Or are they kind of supposed to combine?
I honestly.
No,
have
I think it's
idea.
just IQ.
Let's do a vlog of us going to get to IQ tests.
Fuck.
There's a challenge.
That's
actually
There must be
that's a
somewhere in
sick challenge.
Toronto that has
100%.
like an accurate
I
IQ.
bet you
Yeah.
there's one in Burlington, man.
Oh, for sure there
Think
is.
so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
I'm
could
actually
definitely
down,
do that.
man.
I'm
That'd
actually
be
too.
fucking hilarious. I'm so down, dude.
It's
Yeah,
like
make sure we take the day off though, so our brains are powered.
Yeah, yeah.
Last time we
Or
did
like
it
in the
after like
morning,
a double
yeah.
session, I'm like trying to think of what the
how
question
many
is.
green boxes in this? I'm
I
like,
know.
I don't know.
That
I'm like
was-
seeing 15. There's
Yeah.
only 2.
That was tough.
Yeah, we all sat there just fucking doing the test. That was hilarious.
That's funny.
On my couch.
30 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
I think it had a 20-minute limit, didn't it?
I don't remember, man. Oh yeah, I might have. You're right. Yeah, I did.
I know I'm right because I got the highest IQ.
Yeah. That's how you know he just guessed and just got lucky there.
It's multiple choice, okay?
Remember when he's like, "Was it higher than 120?" And we're both like, "No." And he's like, like he realized in his brain he was at the highest score. He can see him like just perk up.
I was either gonna cry or my ego was gonna be too big. I wouldn't be able to leave through the door.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
So Bobby, how's training camp going?
It's good, man.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, just getting into it. You know, we're 5 weeks out, so 4.5 weeks.
Yeah.
That shit fucking quick.
I know,
Yeah.
man. It is
Yeah.
quick. I feel like 4 weeks ago, I was like,
4 weeks ago, I was like, wow, it was 8 weeks.
Let me math this.
I didn't feel like I was in camp. Now I feel like I'm.
Because 8 minus 4.
It's 4.
Give him a minute. Give him a minute.
Hey, whoa,
Listen,
everything-
boys, I have the IQ. Let me figure this out. Don't help me. Don't help me. I can do it. Fuck, though, yeah.
Oh my god. This is a silly
Serhiy,
boys up episode for sure.
You're gonna have some fight news coming up.
Yeah. For everyone asking me every day
You're like one of those influencers. Everyone's been asking
of
me.
every moment. Yeah, I'll have fight news soon. Yeah, it'll be good. But finally,
Yeah.
yeah,
Just gotta wait
can't
to
say
be able
shit
to
yet because I
announce
don't want to
it.
get in trouble. You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, soon times. I'm fucking pumped, man. I'm pumped.
Boys gonna be in camp together.
I know.
Sick.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a forever camp, but now it's gonna be a legit camp. Like studying an opponent, so fun, man. That process of like just picking apart an opponent, like we were talking about it before, but it's so fun, man. Watching their fights, watching their like fucking tendencies. Okay, this is what I'm gonna work on. It gives you so much more purpose when you're like literally like when I'm sparring. I'm like, okay, I'm looking for this, and this. It's like
Gives
boom.
you like a North Star, right?
So
to
how
go
far
towards.
out do you start studying your opponent? Like I get in the UFC, like it's probably more firm, right?
Yeah.
Other like events and stuff, there maybe people are dropping out and stuff. It's not always official. So like at what point do you start studying your opponent?
I think it depends how much tape they even have. Like I fought guys where they literally have 0
Yeah.
fights on their record, and they can have multiple pro fights. You just can't find them.
You're like
Yeah.
you're like on Instagram looking at their reels,
Yeah,
trying to see
yeah,
what they
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
There's been several pro fights where I walked in and be like, I do not know what this guy will even move like.
Yeah. My first few pro fights were like that.
I've only
too.
fought one guy where I knew.
That's me.
Yeah.
But it's different when you like know what you're training for.
Yeah.
It's like there's actually I don't know. It makes you focus a little bit more. I think just based on like the purpose of everything you do.
Yeah,
sure.
for
For
sure.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I guess like you get an opponent, you start obviously game planning for him, and then guess what? The opponent drops out, then you just start doing the same thing for the next guy, right?
Yeah, you're only gonna like minorly adjust your game to somebody else. Like you're still gonna fight your fight, but like you might do a couple of different things, but you're not gonna change your game more than 10%.
Yeah.
Well, I could see like, he rolls when like people throw this, so like I'm gonna throw that and throw an uppercut.
But what if what if you're like fighting a tall striker, and next thing you know, your next fight is a fucking southpaw short wrestler.
But I think
that's like a whole different game, no?
100%. But I think that will depend on the opponent, where like that might happen once out of every 5 fights. So you only adjust your style that often, right? How many fights have you really been like, I need to adapt this specifically for him before Contender Series? Like you had better striking, better. Even like when you fought Ali the second time, like what were you really worried about? Because you'd already fought him.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you making those adjustments?
Nothing. Nil.
Exactly. You just did the same thing, right?
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So, sir, you got a fight coming up. So, your books selection.
Thank you so much.
Lars, I can't believe you didn't.
Yo, what the fuck, man? Yo, the practicing mind. I'm telling you, man, this book is fucking sick, bro. Honestly, dude, like it's such a good book for like just like enjoying the process of like camp or learning or anything like that. But I've been picking it up every single morning and like every afternoon when I'm just like having my caffeine, and it's just like like honestly in the last 2 weeks I've never enjoyed practice so much in my life. Like just showing up and just like I'm here, I'm just trying to learn, and like also like not being like, you know, when you're fucking up a technique and like you get frustrated and you're like fuck man, like just like learning how to like detach from that and just like I'm just here to learn and I'm not gonna be perfect like right away. That's kind of what that like just learn how to be like in that moment and just like, you know, like present pretty much. Yeah, and it's sick.
What's it called again?
The Practicing Mind. Yeah, the guy's like, so he's like a Eastern philosophy major or whatever, but also sports psychologist.
Sick.
So he kind of blends the two together, and there's so many like recurring themes from that like Inner Game of Tennis book I really like.
Yeah.
That like they use, and like the big one is like instead of like you know, you're in practice and you fuck up and you're like you're getting mad at yourself, that's like your ego talking, and instead just like being the observer of your thoughts, like just being that person who's observing what you're thinking and like not putting attachment to it. Fuck, dude, like that's a big one for sure. Like, and like I'm just trying to like practice it, like even fucking driving, bro, like driving and just like being like trying to like look at like even when you drove us today, bro, I was like looking at the fucking trees and shit, and I'm like, instead of like just being all over the place or like worrying about the future and stuff like that. But that's such a fucking skill, man. Like to be a black belt at that is fucking insane.
Well, that's like the Eckhart Tolle stuff where it's like
it's exactly very similar.
It's like a thought is a thought. There's not a negative or a positive connotation to it. So when you have one, often your mind will start to argue with itself.
100%.
But instead of being like it's a bad thought, you just have it and then
you just observe it.
Allow it. You look at it and then you just move on.
But how hard is that to actually fucking put it in practice?
Yeah, so hard.
Oh yeah,
so hard.
Like it's insane.
Well, because you want to go in there and be competitive, but being competitive has a lot of ego attached to it.
Yeah.
Right. So like,
and being a fighter, like.
But you have to be able to associate when you're competing and when you're learning. Right. And I think you can still overlap both.
Yeah.
But I think if you're too competitive when you're trying to learn with yourself, like it's tough to absorb it all because you're going to get frustrated when you don't.
Yeah.
But here's a perfect example where I found that even in competition, this works so well. Because, for example, on Monday Wrestling, right? Like we're going live rounds. And let's say, like, I fucked up a takedown, right? Something I got sprawled on and, like, fucking, like, whatever. I got in a bad position. Instead of, like, my brain being like, oh, fuck, man, I just fucked up that position. Now I'm on bottom side control. Like, and now, like, you know, that was 15 seconds ago, but I'm still getting fucked up because I'm still, like, thinking about what just happened. Like, I almost had that attitude of, like, all right, I'm here. What's next? Like, you know, like, not even, like, associated with that fuck up and just move on right from there. And that's, like, I remember, like, reading a thing where the guy was, like, a sports psychologist about fighting was talking about, like when you're in a fight, like to get in that flow state, it's all about like just winning 15 seconds at a time. So instead of thinking like about the whole fight, it's like, okay, 15 seconds, win the scramble. And even if you lose, it's like, okay, win the next 15 seconds, right? And like, if you can win like obviously the more 15 seconds you win, the more chance you're going to win the fight. But that was cool. Cause I noticed like I got fucked up a position and I almost had like a, not like a smile, but just kind of like that, like a, all right, what's the next thing? You know,
like a playful attitude.
Playful attitude, yeah.
It's quarterback mind, really, right?
Is
like,
it?
They call that quarterback mind because like you throw an interception, you don't want to keep thinking about the interception.
Yeah.
You got to think about the next play, right?
Yeah. He talks about like because in this book he uses golf a lot, Where like
Cool.
you fuck up,
Yeah,
you fuck
same
up
idea,
a shot,
same
right?
idea.
And you're like,
Yeah.
now you're thinking about, oh fuck, if I fuck up this next shot, like and that's boom, and learning how to like get out of that habit.
That's a tough habit, I think.
It's a tough habit.
Yeah.
But he talks about like as kids, bro, we had that playful attitude about learning. Like when we're a kid and we're learning how to walk, bro, and we fall. It's not like fuck my legs, bro. Like I can't walk, right? You just like get back up, try to walk again.
You just
It's
cry
like,
and then you do
yeah.
it.
I still do that.
So, yeah,
do that.
I relate so much to a baby.
Yeah. But over time, like we lose that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lose that fucking.
If you went in like a kindergarten class, the one kid wouldn't like be wondering what everyone else thinks of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try this thing. They just do it and try
Yeah,
it,
for
right?
sure.
You don't really like look at the people around you. We learn that as we get older, I guess. But
We do. That's just conditioning, man.
yeah.
Right?
I think
That's just
the ego thing earlier that we were saying, like, how many fighters do you think have like, what percentage of fighters have an ego that's like a little out of control? I think it's a high number, to be honest.
super high, bro.
Yeah, like I'd say it's over 50%.
For sure.
I think the sport just like brings that out of someone because you have to be a little bit.
Is it always
delusional.
ego though, or is it confidence too?
I think it's how do you have one without the other?
Yeah.
Yeah. They can be separated for sure, but
They
they,
could be.
still have a lot of things that
There's-
coincide. Like
yeah.
somebody could be egotistical, but they appear confident.
Yeah.
But deep down, I think confidence is like just trusting your ability to do something. Whereas like ego is your thought that you should be able to do something
Yeah, yeah.
almost, right? It's like I should be able to do that. Why can't I do it? And then you get mad when you don't. Right? It's
There's a bit of ego I think you need though, where you're like, because when you start something, you're so shit at it, and you're like, no, I could be this thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's actually what I am, and you actually get there. Whereas if you didn't think that way, maybe you wouldn't get there. You know what I mean?
But so that's another thing that like this book talks about. It's like instead of just like, 'cause like for example, like I get this a ton, bro, in like teaching boxing and teaching kickboxing and like MMA. Like a kid comes to the gym, like a teenager, and he's like, yo, like 2 weeks in training. Like, bro, when can I have my first fight, man? Like, you know, like
yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready right now. Like this literally happened to me like last week.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready right now. I'm like he's like, sign me up for a fight.
He's like jumping on his hook.
Yeah, like sign me up for exactly,
Yeah.
man. And I'm just like, bro, this dude is so like thinking about like the end goal and not even like understanding like there's a whole process and like
Yeah.
you gotta enjoy the process. And if you're just thinking about that end goal, bro, so like it's all about just like, okay, I have this end goal in mind, but now I'm just like day to day, moment to moment, trying to just
For
be
sure.
fucking present every moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that shit's hard, bro.
I feel like you're pretty good at it though. No.
Yeah, but I think it's because I actually have to like I consistently have to read material like this, consistently, because I can read it, bro. Like if I read like I've read multiple books like this, but I'll read it and then like if I stop reading that material in like a week, I feel like my fucking thoughts are already going back, like reverting back. But if I can like put it into my brain for like 15 minutes a day, then I can catch myself throughout the day. You know what I mean? So it's like that's how like that Inner Game of Tennis. I read that book like 6 times. I feel like I'm gonna have to reread this, and it's such an easy read, bro. You
Yeah.
know, it's no pictures, but like still pretty good. Yeah,
I don't know if I can do it. Bro. There's no pictures. I'm
fuck, dude.
out.
Such a good book, though, man. I'm fucking telling you, man. Like you could probably finish that book in a week, man.
Month.
Yeah.
I'd give it a month.
You don't know how long that would take me.
Yeah, but fuck, boys. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes when I find a good book like that, dude, it's fucking game changing, bro.
Yeah.
It's game changing.
I
Because
gotta
it is
read
all
more.
fucking like process based, bro. Like, fight camp could be the most miserable shit ever, or it could be like fucking okay, you know. And it's just it's literally your attitude, bro.
Yeah, it's tough to like. Some people say like fight camps are obviously very challenging on the body, but like you should still, if you're not enjoying,
Like,
like
why
if you
are
don't
you doing it?
love it,
Yeah.
you should not be doing this. Like
Yeah,
you might you'll
love the
hate certain
grind.
parts,
Yeah.
but yeah.
When you have a real fucking bad day and you get your ass whooped in sparring, bro. Yeah.
100% it sucks, but you're not like I would never be like fuck. I just don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like fuck. Like I just.
Yeah,
It's more of like a how can you get through this kind of thing, but like
Yeah.
but that's a skill you gotta learn, and a lot of people don't have that skill, bro. Right? I feel.
But bro, you might have fucking a week where you're like,
Yeah,
I don't
I've
wanna
had
do
that,
this
bro.
anymore.
But I've had full fight camps.
Yeah.
Where I've just
But then at the
destroyed.
end of it, it's like I want to do it again. I still want to do it again. You know what I mean? Like the grind.
Well, that's probably the
there's
process of
something-
like you love it.
But I think
somebody who
the
doesn't love
struggle,
it.
I think you love as well. Like
Well, if you don't love it, that means you're just trying to get to a fucking goal, bro. Like, if you actually don't love it, because you must be so like just like need to
so
get to this-
discipline based. Because
Like-
you have to have passion and discipline. It can't just be one or the other.
100%. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like you can be fully disciplined, but if you don't love this, like this is too taxing
Yeah.
for somebody who's disciplined to do it. Like you're just not gonna
but, I mean,
But that's
how
like-
many
that's why-
guys do you know that aren't disciplined that are in the game?
a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
I know,
shit
but
ton.
how far do they really get unless like obviously some natural
That's the
athletes get
fucking
decent.
John Jones.
Sounds like some guys get really far.
I know, but like, dude, I literally like.
Yeah, I know.
But John Jones, bro, like, fuck, man, like, fuck. I was listening to the podcast. Like after practice, he would go in front of the bag and throw a spinning elbow for an hour straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the guy still clearly loves it. It's not like he just
Yeah.
fucks around. He like they're literally like he's like, why are you practicing spinning fucking elbow? He's like, I'm gonna. land
He's
on
just
my fight."
fighting some demons. You know what I mean?
Oh, brother, we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a fighter, then
But
you've
hey,
got something wrong with you.
fuck, man, nothing more like you got some demons or like some fucking issues at home. Nothing like if you can be present in practice, all that shit goes away, bro.
Oh yeah.
All that shit goes.
But also, how many normal people do you know that don't have some sort of, you know, fighting demons or chip on their shoulder that are doing this sport? Like everyone's coming from somewhere.
Not that many.
Yeah, almost everybody has like
it's
some
not-
sort of backstory, whether it's like more like there's death or there's like trauma, like some like it's coming from somewhere. People don't do this shit for.
So why do you think you want to like refight, bro? Like what's like the main reason?
Like, it's tough, man, because there's a lot of reasons. But like, I think that half the reason I fell into the sport, anyways, why I started was just because like all I knew in like growing up was literally just the only thing I was good at was like athletics. That's the only thing I was okay at, and I just loved it. So like literally, if I could play if I wasn't playing a sport or practicing for a sport, I felt lost. So I think it was early to find a purpose in that, and then I just like fell into it when I came here, and it was like fuck, like that was it.
You know, my first reason I actually started fighting, bro.
You watch Never Back Down.
Yes, and I want to get chicks.
Yeah.
But why did you think, like, we're in Canada, like, hockey would have gotten you chicks? Like, fighting was
Because-
not going to get you chicks.
Does he have the
'Cause
body
he
type
can't
of a
rock the
hockey
mullet.
player?
No, but, like,
No,
I
because I
don't
never
know why
skated,
at,
bro.
under,
I never-
at a
I
young
never
age
even-
you
it was
were,
like-
like,
Because I
fighting
only
against
want to start
chicks.
getting chicks at like let's say like grade 9, like grade 8, grade 9. I'm like, dude, I like like I want to get some chicks. Dude, it was too late to become a good hockey
chicks.
player. It was too late.
Yeah, all
It was
right.
too
Yeah, you
fucking
gotta
late.
start
dude.
early with that shit.
And I remember this one girl, bro. Like we were going like into like like back in like high school fights. Or like we'd go to like you'd go to the forest across the street.
Yeah.
I remember like the specific moment, grade 9, bro. We're all walking to this fight, bro, and these two guys are about to fight. And this like girl, like it was like 2 years older than me, was like, God, I just love fighters. And I was like, I was like, all right.
We
That's
could
the start
trace
there.
it all back to that one girl.
I think it was
saying
that moment,
That would
bro.
have been
That
it for
moment
you.
is like, whoa, okay,
Whoa, okay.
this is what I want to do.
So you guys see a fight, you're at the bar or something like that, and there's gonna be a fight. You watch the fight.
100%.
Oh, of course.
You know
do
what?
that?
100%.
It depends. Like,
Yeah.
I broke one up. Like,
I actually
not a
don't,
too
like-
while ago. Yeah.
I like. I'm not a fan of watching fights that are like. First off, they're sloppy. It's messy. You know what I mean? Not technical and stuff.
Yeah.
But like as a sport, huge fan. You know what I mean?
Oh, like
Everybody's
two
in their
guys
green
randomly
screen.
fight on the street.
But
It's not like fun to watch.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
like usually one guy's like if they want to fight each other, whatever. But usually one guy's getting bullied. Like one guy doesn't want to fight.
That's different.
That's
though.
different, bro.
That's
Yeah,
very
I'm
different.
talking like
but you
two.
guys are watching it. I promise you, that guy in high school, that fight that you're talking about, one of them didn't want to fight, but all this peer pressure, everything
Yeah,
like that.
for
it's
sure.
like,
That's
he was
high
forced
school,
into
though.
it.
Buddy,
Oh, but
probably
it was
both
it's
of them.
Funny
And
enough,
that's
it was
like-
it was
exactly,
both of them.
yeah.
Probably both of them.
But
It was
that's
both of them.
that's life changing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Buddy got smoked, you know what I mean? Now he's a punk in school. Everything like
Yeah.
it changes the course of their life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? One of those guys actually became a decent boxer. The other
yeah.
one trained martial arts.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
The winner or the loser?
No one won that one, buddy. Yeah, there's no winner in that. fight.
Everybody lost.
Yeah, everybody lost. Yeah, but fuck. That's actually what was the reason you started fighting, bro? Demons for sure, right?
Yeah,
That was yours,
but like I think when I was young, like I wouldn't necessarily say I got bullied, but there was like the older kids who would like pick on you,
For
and you
sure.
and you
I had that
felt
for
like
sure, yeah.
you couldn't do anything, right?
I definitely had that.
Yeah, I
too.
definitely had that. I was always like crazy skinny, and I thought
Now look at you, eh?
Now I'm
No
thick.
neck Lars over here.
I thought I was a pussy because I would get like if something was happening, I would go completely quiet and get like nervous and
Yeah,
like
yeah. So
sweat
would I.
and stuff.
So would I,
And,
for
but then when
sure.
I started fighting, I realized like, oh, my body's like readying itself. You know what I mean? Like actually for like that fight or flight, and then
Oh, that feeling.
the
of
animal
this is
almost like
actually
comes
good,
out
yeah.
of you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't know that. And then I mean, just my dad passing away, I got in a bunch of stupid things. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the bully thing definitely was like a big thing for me too,
Yeah.
man. Same thing, like super scrawny fucking skateboard kid.
Yeah,
You know, like.
And we were
weird-
both, like-
had weird meals in school, bro. Cause
I
like,
had a weird name, so I didn't feel like I
had the
fit
weird
in.
name too, bro.
Yeah,
Are we talking? I don't know if.
You fucking weirdos, eh?
Weirdos.
Bro, I remember like
Weirdos.
I remember like
Losers.
I remember in elementary school, bro, just
Yeah.
sitting there in elementary school, sitting there, and it was like the first day of class,
Yeah,
and like they're reading the attendance, and it's like I know it's about to be my name, and I'm like, oh god, they're gonna butcher my name so fucking bad. And it was like a pause and like the craziest like saying of my name, and I'm like, fuck, I'm that weird kid.
I think the teachers would be able to figure it out. It's
no,
not
never,
that
bro,
complicated.
never.
Serhiy.
No. Bro, sometimes I'd be like,
Sidey?
you're putting different
Sidey,
letters
yeah.
anyway. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, people to this day, when I say Marlena's name, like when they try to repeat it back to me,
Marlena's not hard at all.
Marlena.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
I'm like, what? Like, why did you add another syllable in
Yeah,
there?
it's crazy, dude.
I don't know if I'd heard the name Marlena before I met her.
I hadn't.
I don't know. But yeah. fuck.
That's, yeah. I mean, some would like names like that, but.
But yeah, bro, fighting like back like in that like grade 8, grade 9, like fucking like when I saw fights, I'm like, oh, I'm fucking nervous.
It
Bro.
wasn't really like.
I used to be like that too.
Yeah,
I get
that's
Oh,
a crazy feeling.
You'd honestly, I'd feel like it'd be in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you
like-
guys never got in a fight in high school, eh?
I got my first like street fight in like probably university, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple times where I was
didn't
like,
fight anyone.
yeah, like playing basketball, and then like something happened, and like the older kid would just like grab me and like throw me around.
It's
Yeah.
different
I
in
was
a
like,
sports setting though.
Yeah,
Because it's like, I feel like there were times like I played hockey, lacrosse, football. Same thing. It's like you get into kind of like,
See, it's
you
like,
get into scuffles, but it's not a fight. That's
yeah,
not,
it's
a fight.
Like,
But it does teach you for confrontation. Like it teaches
it's
you how to be
like different
confrontational.
times now. Like when I was in high school, you know, my brother would come home and he'd be like, "Hey, Mark wants to fight you at the park." I'm like, "I'm about to eat." I'm like, "Okay." And Mark and me are like, we hung out all day. We're tired. You know what I mean? Go over to the park. Okay, let's go. You know.
But
And,
was it? But
you punch each other in the face.
Yeah, like I broke his nose, broke his cheekbone. Like
And this
like,
is your friend?
yeah, we were like hung out all day.
But
you know
here's
what I mean?
here's my question: Would those fights be like just the boys? Like that's just you two?
Just the boys.
See, because I feel like in high
No,
school,
no, no.
bro,
Sorry, like, and my brother, his brother,
yeah,
like,
but
yeah.
I remember like in high school, it was like the whole school.
I remember
That's
I
it,
think
yeah.
that's where
bro.
it's the
Like there'd
crazy
be
part.
like 50.
Yeah.
It's like the
people
whole
there.
school, bro.
Yeah.
Like I remember for this one specifically, dude. Like literally, when the bell rang, the whole school went out, bro. It was like
Yeah.
fucking like 100 people, man, like in
Yeah.
a circle, and then
Yeah,
two guys. In the,
yeah.
So that shit was like.
I remember we'd kind of like, you know, he'd come back covered in blood. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And
Never
my
had-
mom's like, you know, what happened? Freaking out, right? Wash it off. It's not mine. And then getting grounded, right? Because beat somebody up, and it's like I didn't beat him up, right? Like he wanted me to come over,
Yeah.
but the next day we hung out. You know what I mean? Like it's just different. Like now,
Yeah.
you know.
But it's still, bro. Like
Right.
I feel like anytime like. You
Like
fight
my mom
someone,
used
bro,
to
you guys are
encourage
cool
me and my
after.
brother to fight,
Crazy.
right? And he was my older brother, so it'd be like, you know, you guys were arguing all the time and stuff, and she'd be like, you know, you guys need to just go outside and fight, and I'm like, no, we don't, you know, like fuck, you know, and I'd come in black eye, you know, my eyes
Crazy.
shot, nose bleeding, whatever.
Well, everyone's got softer, bro. So that definitely.
That's what I
part of
think
it,
is
bro.
like, yeah,
100%.
everybody got softer for sure,
For sure.
But my dad told me like he got in fights when he was young, but they wouldn't punch each other in the face,
Where would they punch each
So-
other?
in the body.
They would
and,
tickle
like,
each-
I don't really
Yeah,
get it.
they're
Yeah,
not-
I
yeah.
don't- he would tell me.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
really, eh?
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was.
Tickle each other?
Oh,
Super
I
weird.
like full mount my knees on his shoulders and fucking hammer fist him until he was
Crazy.
like,
what the fuck?
God damn,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is-
This guy was watching too much Pride when he was
Yeah.
young.
Yeah. Brother,
Like,
this is it.
no. It would have been any Van Damme movie back then.
Oh,
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll never forget like my first fight. It was like I don't know my stance. I don't know anything. And I remember so I was like this with one hand and like a fist with the other.
Sort of the S guard.
Somewhat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna get it, bro. Yeah,
And
my
you-
first fight, I already knew how to fucking fight, bro. So it was like
Yeah.
tie clinch, knee up the middle, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Did you
man.
fight with your brother much growing up? Like physically?
No, bro, because he would fucking scream right away, bro. He would not let me.
Because you
bro.
guys are pretty close in age. I thought you guys would
Yeah.
fight.
Is he a year younger than you?
He's 4 years younger than me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's not that close in age
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
young.
exactly. We
Feels
never
like they're-
fought. and
it
he
feels
was
like he's
so
closer.
bro. Like he got big, but like he was very small, like growing up.
Oh, okay.
So never like that. You know. We
Yeah, my brother beat the shit out of me like a lot. Yeah,
yeah.
He like set me on fire like like crazy. And I'll never forget the first time I like landed a shot. We were like at a public swimming pool, and he was standing on me under the water like drowning me, right? And I was punching him underwater, and because the resistance to water, and I came out and like smoked him right on the nose, and his nose was like over on the side. And he looked at me and he's like, you know, that's a nice shot. If it's broken, you're dead. I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's like over here.
Everything looks fine.
Yeah. So
You look better, bro. You look
yeah,
better.
yeah.
I fixed
but
it
that
for
was
you.
like the first time where it was like I finally like got him
Connected.
back.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
feeling. You have your flashlights on.
Jade Masson Wong. So Jade, I guess she's from Quebec.
Yeah, sick.
City Boys Up sponsoring her in her upcoming title fight, BKFC.
Yeah, it's fucking
September
sick.
6th.
Supporting the Canadians.
Yeah, support the locals,
Gang, gang.
Canadians.
That'd be sick.
She's a gangster. You guys, I don't know if you've watched some of
Oh,
her
yeah. I
I
highlights.
saw her
and stuff
fight
like
so many years ago. I think it was in TKO.
She fought MMA and TKO. I just watched.
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
she seems to be excelling in BKFC. Like that seems to be the one
Yeah.
for her.
Sick.
Crazy how some people are just meant for BKFC.
That's it.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I thought didn't she fight Muay Thai first, and then she went to MMA, and then now she's just doing
sense,
boxing.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right. Yeah,
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 good for her, man.
But fuck
But-
yeah, dude. Pump for that fight.
yeah, yeah.
Where is that BKFC?
I feel like it's in Vegas. I could be
That'd be
making that
awesome,
up
man.
completely, but for some reason I feel like it is. Yeah, I think it is.
If McGregor will be there.
But yeah, exactly. McGregor's gonna build it up too, right? Now that he's involved with BKFC, like it's gonna get hyped up more. But yeah, man, it's nice that we're starting to support some
Fuck yeah.
Some
more
local talent.
Canadians, right?
Yeah.
Different events, different venues and stuff, which is cool. But BKFC, like that's gangster.
Yeah.
You
That is
know, like
gangster,
that's
So sick.
That's
Yeah.
just crazy, man.
yeah,
Like bare knuckle MMA is one thing, but bare knuckle boxing is
yeah, man. Yeah,
Like, you're kind of saying, like, some people just
it's in
excel
Salt,
at it.
okay, Salt Lake
Sorry?
City. Yeah,
Some people just excel more at bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Is it like grit?
It's density of their bones, bro. Probably. Like I don't know.
the willingness
Really
to
though,
get
yeah.
cut
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, like Mike Perry, bro, just built like his facial structure,
Like
and
you
his
s- like-
neck, and
Rockhold, for example, like, has been in a bunch of fights. You see him just get hit a couple times. He's like, no.
Well, that was a fucking crazy fight, though.
What happened? He broke his tooth, right?
yeah,
But bro, if you
Yeah.
broke Eddie Alvarez's tooth, think he's quitting?
I think
Didn't Eddie Alvarez
I think
quit, too?
Eddie Alvarez did quit in that fight.
oh wow,
That's what I mean, man. I
Well,
don't know if
Yeah,
bro. Feeling getting punched in the
example.
face and thinking your teeth broke is like one of the fucking worst feelings ever.
Yeah.
I had that with an uppercut once, and
Oh,
like
really?
that
I-
broke your tooth.
No, but
You
like
thought-
I
you
took
thought
my
it?
mouth guard off, bro, and I like the first thing I do, like as soon as I win, I'm like, I look at Rory and I'm just like, are my teeth in my mouth? Like just like took my because I had a cheap ass fucking like $20 boil and bite
Boil
mouth
and
guard.
bite, yeah.
That's when I'm like, I'm never doing this again. But I went to that like fucking doc, like the dentist, and he was like, he told me my nerve was like killed, like it was dead in my tooth, bro.
Sick.
And he's like, you have
Less
to do some
pain.
fucking blah blah blah, and I never did it. Luckily, my tooth never fell off, but yeah.
you're lucky it didn't go like dark.
And that's what he said.
That's
what
what a lot of the time they just like
that's-
discolor.
That's,
Yeah,
but it never happened.
yeah.
But yo, I
That'd be
couldn't like.
fucking crazy.
I know. Then I just got gold tooth, bro.
I love that
So
you
do
just
you-
didn't do it.
I know. I just
You guys
couldn't.
remember
You're
Jeff
nailed,
Joslin
bro.
from Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he fought in TKO, that's when he got the call from the UFC. He actually his teeth were stuck in his mouth guard, and he took the teeth out and put them back into his gums to save them. And yeah, that's kind of the fight that got him the call.
I think he fought
Josh Koscheck.
Koscheck, yeah, and Koscheck was just like, they told me he was fighting a karate guy, and he was like, sick, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna kill this guy.
Yeah,
And then it was Jocelyn, who's a fucking hard motherfucker. So
yeah, he had him like Saved by the Bell.
yeah, he
and
almost
for
beat him.
sure.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be so funny. You're fighting a karate guy, and then the guy's actually super legit.
yeah.
Well, hey, bro, it's like in the amateur in the back room days. It was like, I noticed Lyndon standing southpaw. I'm like, why are you standing southpaw? He's like, by the way, the guy you're fighting's a southpaw. And I'm like, we're about to
All right,
walk
we're
out there.
gonna
I'm like,
make the adjustments.
He wouldn't even told me either. He
Yeah.
just-
I've
That's
had that. I think I've literally had that
Yeah,
same
so-
situation
so-
happen
never
before.
So do you think that's just Lyndon, or is that his confidence in you that you'll be fine? He knows he's
no, we
confident
just
you'll
didn't.
adjust.
We
we
literally
didn't
just
know.
didn't know.
He didn't know. How are you gonna know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we
we just didn't know. We had no
It was an
footage of
amateur
the-
fight. I was
yeah.
fighting whoever showed up that day.
Yeah.
I think though when you first start
Yeah.
fighting, just not even being told they're a southpaw would probably be the best.
I wouldn't. At that point, that was my second amateur fight. I
Yeah.
would not have known the difference.
Like,
But
and
I went out
what
there
to
and
do against
immediately
a
noticed it was awkward.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I've never fought
Really?
a southpaw, or even really, I don't think sparred many southpaws at that point.
When I fought my first southpaw, they told me after, and I didn't even notice.
You noticed? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
I remember cornering my brother, bro, and he's like southpaw, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, he's just fighting an orthodox guy, and I'm like, move to, like double jab to your right, double jab to your right, bro. This fucking guy steps left, gets hit with the right hand, gets dropped. I was like, oh god. I just remember like being like, my parents are gonna fucking kill me. Like, that's literally all I thought, dude.
Yeah, did
Your
you
head
encourage
was on
it?
the line.
Huh?
You encouraged
No,
it?
no. I
Oh.
told him, bro. Like, I was literally the like even my parents were okay. He was gonna take this fight. I was like, I don't want you to fight.
Yeah.
Like I was like, fuck no. You know
Did
what
they
I mean?
ask you if you thought he was ready?
Yes, and I said no. And he slept with the fight. Yeah. Swear to God. Yeah. I just first I didn't want the stress, and second I'm like, bro, you're like you didn't like he like it was the hardest he's ever trained at camp, but
You know your brother.
it's like what we do on
Yeah,
our rec day,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like yeah. And I was
He's
just like,
athletic and strong.
he's
you know
yeah,
what I
and
mean?
he's tough, man. He just
Yeah.
wanted to fight,
He is tough,
bro.
man.
But fuck, dude. Like I've never met a guy more. I don't know how he was so confident in the back, bro. But this motherfucker, bro, like we walk out, he's like bouncing in the cage. I'm like, yo, just like chill, bro, chill. He's like, looks at back and he's like, don't worry, I got this. And like turns around and I'm like, oh my god, like
Shut the
panic.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey, corner. Shut up.
he
I got
literally-
this.
And I'm like, oh my god, dude, like this is gonna be fucked.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Imagine just Linda's like, fight smart. He's like, shh, I got this. Stop.
Oh my god.
So was that it for him?
Yeah, 1 fight, 1 win. He ended up submitting or no TKOing the guy in the second round.
Okay.
That was a wild fight, man.
That was a wild fight, yeah. And then he like fucking never fought again, dude.
Good
Yeah.
for him though, getting one.
One
and
and
done, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's cool. He can say he's done it and shit, right?
It's a
yeah.
bucket
Yeah,
list.
it's cool.
I almost
Yeah.
forget that he fucking fought, bro, so many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to train though for a while. Like even after he's been training for the last couple of years. I haven't seen him the last year, but like,
He'll do the odd grappling and boxing.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
So did he train long before he took a fight?
Yeah, but he was like on and off for a good amount of time, man. But he was
Yeah.
on and off, right?
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
like train, not train, train, not train,
Yeah.
and then he finally like got decently serious about it.
Yeah.
And but again, dude, just knowing like how much work I was putting in and all like, and I'm like, bro, like, because you know, an amateur, man, like you face some guys, bro, and like they're just sacrificial lambs, bro.
Yeah.
Like these guys are for you to just go fucking try your shit on, and like I've like heard some people bad, bro, and I'm like, I just didn't want him to be that guy.
Yeah.
Fighting like a fucking amateur stud from New York, right?
Yeah.
Who's like 0-0, but is actually super fucking good.
Yeah.
Fucking
Right.
Anderson Silva's kid.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, you know what I mean? So that's why I was like so fucking stressed, man. I'm like, dude, you gotta train harder. You gotta train harder.
How many sacrificial lambs do you think you got in your career?
In amateur,
Yeah.
nobody. I don't think I ever fought anybody horrible.
That
But
one kid that you knocked out.
with the head kick,
Yeah.
That was a sacrificial.
yeah,
That guy
yeah.
was
That was
bad.
the worst one. He was fucking tough.
Your
and he had-
shin guard was off your leg.
I know, dude. You know what's crazy, dude? I fixed
was
it
not-
too. I don't know why I fixed it. I fixed it. I
It's-
fucking put it back in place.
Bro, I
don't
saw
know
you
why.
guys going to the corner in between rounds. You're wearing sock shin guards, so they're not real shin guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he's got, look at those calves, man. They're not, you know, so they were like falling down during the kickboxing or during the fight, and then he's pulling them up sometimes. But then you go to the quarter, Lucas pulls it down after he pulls it up.
Yeah, I know.
He pulls it back down. He's like, no, leave it.
Bro. But yo, that was scary, man.
That was a scary knockout.
That was
That
one of the longest I've ever seen somebody unconscious for
Yeah,
in my
that's
life.
fuck, bro.
Yeah, it was bad.
Felt
Is
sick.
And the
there
way
tape?
he like
Oh, yeah.
moves,
You've never seen it, eh?
you almost like feel
I'll show
bad
you
for
it
the guy,
after.
dude. Like he looks like
Bro,
the way he's moving.
only
like,
his neck is going, and he's like,
yeah, it's bad.
Like
For,
for
like-
several minutes.
Yeah.
several minutes, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god,
He never fought again.
never fought again.
Is that right? Yeah.
He should never have.
Bro,
he shouldn't have fought
yeah.
in the beginning. In
Yeah.
the
He,
first
he
place.
had, I think he was 1-1. He had a couple fights.
He had one. He was 1-1 before that.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's his first. Some guys, they go in their first fight, you're like, this is
Was he
gonna be
more of a
bad.
grappler?
He was a grappler.
I mean, you
Okay,
don't
'cause
know
that-
it's not
that
for
makes
you
sense.
until you know, right?
True. I never fought a guy who's Ono, so I don't really know.
Yeah,
But like,
but
I'm
I
sure.
blasted his legs, bro, because he didn't check one kick. Like
I remember that.
so badly for 2 rounds before he threw the head kick in the third.
Hmm.
Right, but I actually dropped him with a head kick in the second round too. So he's already kind of fucked up, right? But like
Yeah.
I kept kicking him in the legs, and he just started reaching to try to catch a leg and take me down.
So I have an appreciation for leg kicks now for fighters. You know what I mean?
It took you this long.
I don't think
As
people
a
realize how
spectator,
bad
like-
it is.
As
Like
a
how much it
spectator,
hurts.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you don't really know. You know it hurts, obviously, right? But you think adrenaline and stuff. But I had the pleasure of Lucas kicking me in the leg.
It's like kicked by a small horse.
Yeah. It's it's you can't really explain it. Like I couldn't imagine trying to fight after,
And the
Stuff
scary
like
part,
that.
bro, is getting kicked in the same spot over.
That's the
and
thing,
over
yeah,
and over
yeah.
again.
Like I feel like I would have rather got hit with a baseball bat because there's not the weight behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and you're
for
also
sure.
getting hit by a 260-pound man.
Who knows
Yeah,
how, who
yeah.
knows how to
Who
bring his
knows
weight
if-
through?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's, is polite enough to offer to kick me twice as hard this week. So we'll do that Thursday.
Doesn't sound like much of an offer.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's why I go like a street fight, leg kick. Just let them know.
Street fight? Yeah.
And then they like realize like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to
when
hurt
somebody
them.
like slaps you in the ass and shit too, and you're kind of pissed off, like kick.
So you've dropped 2 people in the last year with low kicks.
Yeah, one's a friend.
And Lars doesn't train anymore.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Lars doesn't train anymore. He's dropped one of our other friends.
So
And then he's also dropped a stranger at a gym.
That's a sick story though.
that was a good story.
That's a sick story.
But what's
You were
up
so
with
proud of yourself.
I'm
after
still
that?
proud of myself. I
Do you
still tell
condition,
that. I still tell that story.
How do you can't condition your leg to get kicked?
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah.
And those nerves, like the nerve endings, die.
Yeah. That's why like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
you gotta just take leg kicks all the time.
I mean, you can only take so many, obviously, but that
Yeah, of
tolerance
course.
does
But
get
it builds
higher.
up because now
Yeah.
I mean like when we're like doing kickboxing on Fridays, like Lyndon's like put your kicks all the way through all the time. If you can't take these with shin pads on, like you shouldn't fight.
You're getting kicked as hard as you can for an hour to an hour and a half.
It's nuts.
But it's good. It's good.
But it's the same
It's good,
like
yeah.
if you haven't kicked the bag, and like when I kick the bag now, sometimes I'm like, ow, that hurts my shin. Versus like when I was fighting, you could do that all day.
That's why like your back leg, bro, like not conditioning that leg, dude.
Oh,
and
yeah,
getting kicked in that leg, you're like, whoa.
It's different, man.
It's different, bro.
Do you guys kick to the? I always find it like I'm so worried about the cross gonna take my head
I
off.
really never kick the
I
back
do
leg
once
unless
in
they're really
I do
square.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And, like on what scenario will you opt to kick that? Just like you just see it.
Just yeah, dude.
You're getting
just
so
flow.
close to like the center line, like.
I know sometimes I'll post on the left hand or the right hand on my
yeah,
left hand,
yeah,
right, and
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll kick it behind. But I do
He
it,
just
bro.
flows.
I just flow.
He just flows.
Whatever the spirits just tell me to do.
Yeah.
His inner samurai.
Yeah.
Do you look at your tattoo and then you go, oh yeah,
Right before the
breathe,
round,
flow.
I just go. That's why I just look at my round. This one.
He's got like the ego button tapped off.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
No, I do say some shit. I curse my opponents right before I spar them.
He curses me every morning. He's, I
Yeah.
hope Bobby shows up tired and late.
Dude, that was so funny.
Run into traffic, please. Let him get roasted.
So how about that kind of stuff, like superstitions and stuff? Anybody have any superstitions? Like every fight, my walkout, it has to go like this. Anything like that?
I don't know if this is called a considered superstition, but one thing I will not do now on fight day, bro, is go on social media
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a superstition. Or
It's just like but at this point, bro,
Focus.
I
yeah.
feel like if I actually on Instagram something pops up, I'd be like,
oh shit,
God.
I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah,
Like fuck my.
true.
I just took some of my attention. I put on this.
Yeah.
Like, so I completely off it.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's tough with superstition though, because it's like you aren't in the same place. You sometimes aren't on the same schedule, almost ever on the same schedule. So it's like having superstitions, I think, would just be a dangerous path to go down. Because what happens if you can't have your pre-fight Gatorade, and then all of a sudden, something else isn't good enough, and it's like, oh fuck, like now you're stressed about it.
Yeah, but maybe you have but you can have rituals, right? That you can they're very easy to do.
Rituals.
Like a phrase, bro.
Yeah.
Like a phrase.
Okay.
Or like when you walk out and like they're announcing your name, you're doing something with like you're doing a certain combo or like shaking out your arms in a certain way.
But are you
something like
thinking about that as your ritual, or are you just flowing and being in the moment?
that. I've had both, but I've had times where I would like repeat a phrase over and over.
I think
and over
the
again.
ritual gets you into the moment.
into the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. It's
Like I've done like
you're-
too fast, too long, too strong, too fast, too long. Like I would say that over and over again while my opponent walks out.
I also think that allows you
Yeah.
not to have negative thoughts.
Yes, because you're repeating this
You're
phrase.
repeating this
Yeah.
positive thing over and over
So it's a
again.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a primer maybe, like it's priming you, but instead of like bouncing there, now you're like, this fucking guy's walking out, holy, like whatever. You're just like saying this thing over.
But you're
and over.
focused on something that's not
Yes.
the future.
Yes.
Right? So you're
And
not
it's a
having
positive
anxiety.
thing too.
Yeah.
Like too fast, too long, too strong. That's what
But I
felt.
think
It's
like
I'm fucking nailed,
guys
bro.
can lose in the back, right?
100%.
And so like if you're not letting your brain go to that like negative mentality, then you're not gonna lose in the back. You know what I mean?
But it's also impossible to stop those negative thoughts.
Yeah.
Impossible. So that's why you have to be so good at detaching from the thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't think
Right.
you really lose in the back. Like, I don't know if that's like, because I think at any point you can pull yourself out of a negative state and get back to where you need to be pretty quickly if you're a good athlete.
You don't think you've seen guys lose in the back?
I've seen
I
that.
think they've lost in the back and they haven't gotten themselves together before they've gone out.
Yeah, I agree
But
with that.
I've had terrible moments before fights, and you just fucking dial it in, and you have to just go forward, right? You can't.
But that's a skill. That is a fucking skill, dude.
Did you have that
sure.
because you didn't do it once, or
I've never
what I'm
like
saying?
lost my mind before a fight and not being able to get it together. But
No.
I mean,
bro, I remember when you fought at Ace, and like it was you, Dorian, and me, I think. And
Yeah.
like, I think I was like you were fighting or some shit, and I was warming up in the back with Gavin. That's bro, like I was like so so not in the moment, and like we're throwing like simple combos, and I'm like forgetting the combo, bro. Like we're throwing it, and I'm kind of like checking out, and I was like, dude, I gotta figure this shit out, man. That was like literally the fight where I was like,
Was that during my fight?
that was during your fight, yeah. And that's when I was like, that was the fight where I got punched. Like I had to actually like rocked a little to be like, oh fuck, I'm in a fight.
Yeah.
But that was a weird feeling, man. We're like, we're doing like simple shit. I'm kind of not there, man. I'm like hitting the pads, but I'm not really there. That's when that girl came and she's like, good luck on your fight. Like, let's hang out after too. And so I was thinking about this girl at the same time too. It's like fucking, it was weird. I'm like, oh fuck, now she's watching my fight, and like, I gotta win, like all this shit.
So if you're on a fight card and one of your team or friends are fighting, do you watch, if you're in the back and they're fighting, do you watch their
Depends
fight?
how close to the match or how close to your fight.
Yeah.
So I've had fights where, like, for example, like in Kingston, Amin fought first and I fought last.
Yeah.
So it was like so many hours in between.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
walked out with Amin and watched the fight, and I was
Yeah.
able, because I wasn't like dialed in. But if it's like Bobby and then it's me right after, like
Yeah.
I can't watch Bobby.
Right.
It's way too close, right?
Yeah.
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 Like I have to be completely dialed in on my shit, bro.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah.
There's even like, you remember
But do you think it affects some people? Like,
For sure.
They hear,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch.
Yeah, I
'Cause
wouldn't
I was
watch.
like, that looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
before you
yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
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 Literally right before I fought, my worst
Fuck, it
performance
hurts.
today was my second fight with BFL.
Yeah.
Amin was down there with me, and they couldn't get my hands wrapped in time, so I had to go cage side while Amin was fighting.
Okay,
So I was like literally like the cage was I was touching the cage with one arm while my other arm was getting
You
wrapped.
could hear the
And
fucking-
Amin is in there, and he's having the fight of his life. Like, it's a tough fight. He's fighting a good guy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, my heart rate spiked so much that
You was
after,
getting an adrenaline dump, right?
and I still had
Yeah.
to wait another hour and a half before I fought. I just like I remember going to the back and being like, I am so emotionally drained.
Yeah.
And that was still the worst performance I've had. So like, I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
I
But
think it would, bro.
Definitely would.
but
Yeah.
I just remember being like, I'm done. Like, all the
Yeah.
juices that I had
Yeah.
were used, and fuck, man, that was
Yeah, for sure.
trying to watch your boys fight is more stressful than fighting.
For
Yeah,
sure.
it's-
And then you got to fight after.
it's
So it's like
terrible.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like even after your last fight, dude, I was just like drained, like tired. I was just tired.
I know you went to bed at like fucking
I know.
midnight.
I was just fucking tired, dude. And it's like, imagine fighting after that
You
shit.
didn't even party with us.
I know.
How dare you?
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't remember, to be honest.
You were pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I remember at one point you were like upside down on the couch.
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Flashback to me doing a handstand on the wall upside
Yeah,
down.
like that.
This guy
10
ends
minutes
up
ago.
on the floor every time we go over to his house. He's always on the floor.
Well, the carpet was just.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
always.
got so high
Best
that
is,
night.
he does an ice bath. I got so high and I'm like rubbing the fucking carpet. He comes out. I look up at him and I go, "You're so high." He's like, "Look at you." Yeah.
Okay, this weekend.
Oh yeah, we haven't
Some
talked
fights
about.
coming up.
Well, yeah. Do you guys think Izzy will like have what's he gonna look like? You know,
I don't know.
It's crazy. This is
Yeah.
so interesting.
How long's the layoff?
Just a year, but
Like
for
honestly,
him,
I hope
a
he
year is
like
a long time.
dominates. Like I hope it's an
Yeah.
impressive performance.
He's
and-
one of those special athletes, though, bro, that could pull it
Oh,
off. In the
for
moment.
sure. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't
I don't
he
think
get,
a year is that long.
No, man,
For like a
especially-
normal guy, it's just
yeah,
he
no.
fights so often.
Yeah.
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 So he's just got to stay like outside of range, and then when DDP like really comes in, he's got to crash on him.
Yeah. I think it just depends on who which Izzy shows up. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because on the back step, man, like DDP runs forward. Like, I
Oh.
could see Izzy having the timing pretty early, but
And Till like was really good at in spurts and moments against DDP,
Yeah,
using
yeah.
range and like that
Yeah.
on the back step, which is interesting. But
the only thing is DDP's so high volume, and Adesanya's like typically a sniper, right? So it's like, who's
Yeah.
gonna impose their game plan?
I love fights like this because it's such like a stylistic clash.
Yeah.
So who you got?
If we're betting, I'd probably go Izzy, I guess.
Is he?
I would go Izzy.
I go DDP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just got the physicality to wear
Yeah,
Adesanya.
the problem is
Adesanya
the
does get
physicality.
tired when he's.
He looks like
fighting
he
high
looks like in
volume.
this year he's been doing so much strength and conditioning and stuff.
Yeah, apparently,
sure.
yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I love this fight. Like, I don't even want to bet because I'm excited for it, but like, I would
Yeah.
have to. If I had to put money on it, I'd probably pick Dracus.
Dricus, yeah. Yeah, I mean, once he gets a hold of him, right?
Yeah, and he's like such a physical dude too.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe the strength conditioning's helped. Who do you have?
He said Izzy.
Izzy?
Yeah,
Izzy?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Izzy.
okay.
It'd be sick if Izzy had like a little run again where like he fights him, he fights Strickland.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
And then he goes up to 205 and fights Pereira.
Well, when he fought Strickland, wasn't he like caught boozing like 2-3 weeks before that?
Yeah,
fight,
he did
bro?
DUI like
Right?
20
was?
days before. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Because he seems like he would have his mindset together, his physique, like his.
He seems like he does, but he can also go off the rails like that, bro.
I think he just like can party like pretty hard.
Kind of
every
reminds
once
me of
in a
John Jones without the
Yeah.
domestic abuse.
while.
That's in
I
terms
think
of
John's
mentality
was
and
like
talent-wise.
like next level, like John's.
Yeah.
I think his shit is next level.
Slam his head off
The
a cop
week
car.
before, apparently, every time he would like go out and do blow and
Yeah.
like have a crazy night.
Some people are built different, bro.
But I honestly like I remember when I like really would dial it in, like I would like it's almost like I needed that like wild night.
Yeah, fair.
And I wouldn't do it and it would like drain your energy for like actually dialing it in.
I bet you, yeah. No, well, that's like before camp, bro. I need like 1 or 2 wild nights
Yeah.
where I get it all out of my system and I
Yeah.
feel like so good, bro.
For sure. And without that, you might be like you're halfway through camp and
You're like,
fuck.
dude, I'm so burnt out.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially when it's a long camp, you gotta enjoy yourself before,
Yeah,
or
for
else,
sure, man.
yeah.
That's so important, dude.
The
Like,
burnout,
fuck,
man. The
it
burnout you
comes-
hit from,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what about Hooker, who is it, Mateus Gamrot? What do you guys think about that?
I think Gamera, bro. I think he's gonna have wrestling, man. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Hooker's looking jacked.
I'm gonna put
dude.
him in a hooker just because he's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so jacked now, man. It's actually crazy how fucking
You
jacked.
think it was just the tattoos?
No.
He's like, I love the skull on his chest. It's perfect.
He's got some crazy tattoos.
He
Man.
does, yeah. I don't know, man. Gamrot's wrestling is just so good that
So good.
I don't know
Yeah.
if Hooker can.
I actually want to watch some Gamera
deal
fights.
with
bro.
that, but-
I'll probably watch a Gamera fight before sparring tomorrow. He's got good. Like,
You know, channel your inner Gamrot
just
tomorrow.
fucking shoot our high crotches, bro. Get under, build back up.
You like shooting double?
Huh?
You like shooting with big gloves?
Honestly, like a high crotch would fucking work
Sure.
pretty well,
Yeah.
dude. It's one arm, it's one leg, right? Doubles feel so hard with big gloves, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Unless like we talked about, you get under the punch and you
Yeah.
you like
Almost
time
falling
it.
into- yeah.
But like this, like you can just grab your hands like this and pull in, right?
For
With your
sure.
elbows, yeah.
And then they can't hand fight, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like when I take Augie down. I'm like, he can't hand fight. This is amazing. And then we got Kakara France, Steve Erzig.
Like, I've never seen Steve Erzik fight. I
He's
don't.
got some crazy boxing, bro.
His
Yeah.
nose is fucked.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know. I probably honestly have Steve on this fight, bro. But someone's getting KO'd. I think they both throw heat, bro.
That's so sick at that weight class.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
both throw heat.
Those guys both
high
get
cards
knockouts.
France against, or his knockout against Cody Garbrandt.
Oh,
Ooh, fucking
Wild
yeah.
combo, flattened him.
yeah.
Loved it.
He's had a couple, like, his combos are sick.
And he puts them together well when he throws.
Yeah, yeah. Was he on The Ultimate Fighter? He has got one knockout that's just, like, insane. And then I think the closing shot's an uppercut.
Yeah,
That's what he hit Garbrandt
that was
with, too.
Garbrandt.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It was like uppercut, hook, and then he
Yeah,
fucking
it's
just
fucking crazy, dude.
It's so sick to see a little guy like that, like, put everything behind all his punches, you know?
Yeah.
Must be nice to not use energy.
I know.
What do you mean?
Just good to be a flyweight.
Just
You
being little, be able to
unlimited
fucking
energy,
throw, yeah.
Still gotta fucking use energy, dog.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
push
dude.
off the ground and shit.
like that.
Bobby, no, you don't.
You don't.
This guy's gliding like a bird.
It's called being athletic, bro.
Are you athletic?
I don't know. I'm autistic.
Autism gang.
I got a little bit of both, bro. I got a little bit of both.
You're perfect just the way you are.
All right.
I just see
Alright, boys.
red.
We're going to do bets on this one.
I'm down, yeah.
Should we just do the top 3 fights or no? That would
No.
never work. I don't know who else is on this card, bro.
I'm just gonna do those 3
Who's
fights.
Tai Tuivasa fighting?
Well, I'll go against him because
I don't know why.
It's good.
I acted like we have a Jamie here.
Jamie.
Here you go, Jamie, pull that up. Are you pulling up the fights? No.
He's
Yep.
waiting for you, bro.
What?
He said he's waiting for you.
Okay, I'm gonna start then.
Okay.
I'm putting.
Oh my god. You know who Tai Tuivasa's fighting?
Who?
Jairzinho Rosenstrike.
Oh.
That's a fucking sick fight.
Yeah, that actually is a good one.
Okay, I'm gonna put 250 on Rosenstrike. I'm going to put 500 on TDP,
Oh.
and then 250 on Gamrot.
Okay, I'll go 250 on Gamera, 250 on Ursel, whatever his name is.
Ursel?
Ursel. Urseg. And then 500 on Izzy.
We should just get a video of you like trying to pronounce words.
Dude, that should be pretty
I
fun.
actually
yeah,
think that's a
that would
great
be
idea.
really funny.
Just get some crazy names.
Yeah,
But he don't even have to be that crazy. Be like Tim Smith, and you're just like Smythe, Smitta.
Timbo.
I'm gonna go. What is it? It's 1,000 we have, right?
Yeah.
I'll put 500 on Mateus Gamrot. I'll put 300 on Jairzinho, and I'll put what's left?
Think about it. 500, 300.
200 on Izzy.
Okay.
I'm not that confident in the Izzy pick.
I'm gonna go.
We're close, but our numbers are way.
I'm gonna go
I bet on GDP.
250
Yeah,
on Rosenstrike. I'm gonna go 500 on Izzy, and I'm gonna go 200 on. I'll go 250 actually on Hooker.
Oh,
On
shit.
Hooker.
I'm gonna win this week, boys.
No, you're not. I mean, one of us has to win because these guys win. The 2 MMA fighters are winning.
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Bro, I suck at betting, bro.
I pick with my heart, not my brain.
Yeah, that's my issue too, bro.
The odds fuck me up. I can guess fights pretty accurately.
I don't
find,
even
but
understand
once I see
the odds and
they
stuff. I
fuck
don't
me
even
up.
look at it. Yeah.
I just pick who I like and want to win.
Yeah.
He's like, I pick who has nicer tattoos.
I a lot of the times like to go against the grain with things. So if you guys are all going for what's his name, I'm like, I'll go Hooker then.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna lose.
Because if somebody wins, you guys all win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all
So-
had different bets. There's only gonna be one winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta take a piss, boys.
All right, good episode, boys. Episode 23. Wraps.
Peace.
Peace.
Night night.
Night night. That you won now.
Lars like